Reds lead the Cubs 5-4, bottom of the 7th. Great to have with us former Bears cornerback, Pro Bowler 1993, Donnell Wolford. How you doing, Donnell?
Good, guys. How are you?
Doing just fine, thank you.
I hope I didn't embarrass myself up here trying to sing.
Hey, you got through it. That's all
I
that
play
matters.
football. I'm not a singer.
That's okay. Here's Wellington Castillo. The Cubs are down only 1, and he was trying to tie it on that swing right there. Jose Arredondo is the new Reds pitcher.
Well, Donnell, if it makes you feel any better, we've had some of the current Bears up here, and they can't sing a lick.
So I get a check mark.
Yeah.
Right.
Thank you.
Toughest guy you ever covered?
Jerry Rice and Sterling Sharp, Chris Carter, Michael Irvin.
One of the all-time greats.
That's a pretty good list.
I had many sleepless nights, but you know, I did my job.
Well, guys aren't going to catch the ball. They're paid to do that, and well, you're paid to make them not catch the ball and maybe catch a few yourself. But it's a tough job, isn't it?
It is.
And you need help sometimes too.
I do. I mean,
not you. I just mean as a cornerback.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
I mean, every now and then it's nice if the safety rolls over the top. Otherwise, you're out there by yourself. A lot of grass.
Well, that's got to be one of the toughest things in sports when you think about how fast most of these wide receivers are nowadays. They know where they're going, but you have to pick up subtle little tips to try to read which direction they're going to go or what route they're going to run, and you got to do it in a hurry.
I do, and you have to. And you're going backwards; they're running forward, so it can be difficult at times. You just got to be able to swivel your hips and turn and run.
2-2 to Castillo. Arredondo utilizes that split-fingered fastball a lot. Brett Jackson and then a pinch hitter here for the Cubs in the 7th. And that one fouled out of play. Talk about your time here and your connection with Bears fans. It's just such a great sports town, isn't it?
It is. It is. I played here 8 years, and you know, some of the greatest fans on earth. You know, and hopefully, when I was out there, I did the best I could do, and play hard, and have the fans cheer and win some football games.
3-2, full count. Yeah, I think one of the most difficult calls, and I think the replacement officials are having difficult with this call, is what pass interference is. It's always very tricky, isn't it?
It is, but we always get called for it. The flag's always going in the air, and it's going to be on us. So it's always for the offense to score and catch the football. But you know, that's football. But you know, defense wins Super Bowls. So
yes, it does. Here's Jackson after Castillo walked to lead off the inning. Well, what's been keeping you busy these days? I know you've been playing a lot of golf this summer.
Well, I try. I play handicap golf because you know my body's kind of messed up from football. But you know, I go out, get a chance to meet people, network, and raise money for a particular charity. But I also have the Donnell Wolford Foundation that supports the Boys and Girls Club of America, so that keeps me busy and looking to circulate my resume to get out and get back in the NFL as far as a coaching job or a front office job. You know, I don't have a Super Bowl ring, so if you can't get something one way, you can get it another way. So I want to try to get in an organization so I can help them win one.
One strike on Brett Jackson. Tying run is on with nobody out. Big swing and a miss. Well, the Cubs will have a Clemson product on the mound tomorrow. Jason Birkin.
Go Tigers.
That's right. Yeah.
Clemson has a great baseball program.
Yeah,
yes,
Tyler
they do.
Colvin went through Clemson and drafted by the Cubs. My good friend Bill Schroeder went to Clemson, former big league catcher.
We're talking about playing in the charity golf tournament. It's a good friend of ours that sings up here every year, Tom Dreesen. You recently, I believe, played in his golf tournament.
I did.
Yeah.
Tom's a very interesting guy, very funny. So, yes, I played in his golf tournament, and it was for a great cause, and I was happy to be out there to support him.
A splitter from Arredondo as he strikes out Jackson, and now Dave Sapelt will pinch hit in the pitcher spot for Russell. See Sean Camp in the 8th. How many times have you been to Wrigley Field?
A few times. Actually, I used to be good friends with Sammy Sosa, and he used to get me tickets, so I used to come watch him play.
Those were exciting
when they had
times
Mark
here at
Grace and all those Hall of Fame players, and it's a great place to watch a baseball game. I mean, there's no better place like this place in the world. A lot of history here.
Oh, yeah.
Home of the Bears for a half a century. Sapelt, the former Red. And a strike on the outside. 1-1. Cubs got 3 runs in the 6th to get back into the game. 2 on a home run by Alfonso Soriano, his 30th of the season. Good block by Navarro. 2-1.
If you're a Reds catcher catching Jose Arredondo, you know you're going to have to block some balls in the dirt. He relies so heavily on that split-fingered fastball, and when you're throwing it right, it's down at the bottom of the zone. Many of those are going to end up in the dirt.
Here it is. Up in the air, into right, and the wind's going to keep that in play, and it's caught. Jay Bruce almost overran that one. Donnell, thanks for stopping by tonight. We really appreciate it, and best of luck in the future.
Thank you for having
Donnell
me.
Wolford,
Good luck to you.
Go Cubs.
former Bears Pro Bowler.
Take care, guys.
Nice job. Jesus with 2 outs. Well, that ball almost dropped. A lot of times those balls get pushed foul with the wind, but it's viciously blowing out to center, kept it fair. And ball 1 to Jesus. Even down 5-1. Just we're thinking this is a kind of night with the wind. A chance to get back in. The Cubs did, and here we are.
All it takes is one mistake at the right time to the right hitter.
One. No, 1 and 2. Line to center, and Stubbs makes a grab. Leadoff walk does not produce the tying run. Still 5-4 Reds after 7.
They say looks can be deceiving. They must be talking about the 2013 Hyundai Sonata. Because with its gorgeous styling, outstanding fuel economy, and more interior volume and cargo space than the Toyota Camry, they would never believe it could also come with this.
Now, lease a Sonata for 0 down payment, 0 first month's payment, and 0 security deposit. Visit myhyundaichicago.com.
Here come the... Hey, yo, I lost audio. What happened? What? Oh, it better not be. What's going on? It's time to put a stop to this. Yeah, gay?
The Coors Light Silver Bullet Pint. It's bigger, it's resealable, it's still the coldest.
They call me Hollywood. Here come the big show. Get out my booth.
Frost brewed Coors Light, the world's most refreshing beer.
Exciting things are happening at Burger King.
It's shaved Parmesan with fire-grilled chicken and creamy Caesar dressing, wrapped in a tortilla.
Try our new salad wraps and raspberry smoothie at Burger King, where taste is king.
Tomorrow at 12:30, Rizzo and the Cubs go head-to-head with Votto and the Reds for the last time this season. Don't miss a division rivalry driven by Mazda. Cubs, Reds, tomorrow at 12:30 on Comcast Sportsnet. Fans' best friend.
Time now for a Home Depot doing more on defense. Mike Leake channeling his inner Mark Burley. Now, not quite Mark Burley, but still pretty good. But here's the real thing. A couple of years ago, I think it was opening day, right? Yeah, April 5th, 2010. And Konerko with a bare hand.
Very creative.
Oh, can't see that enough.
Man. You just don't see many pitchers that are physically able to make plays like that. You get them off that circle of dirt out there in the middle of the infield, and a lot of them are lost. Mike Leake and Mark Burley, two of the best.
Sean Camp here in the 8th. Want to know on Navarro. Whoop. Two and one. One bounced foul, 3-2. Valdez and a pinch hitter for the Reds. Well, you don't have to face Aroldis Chapman tonight, but the Reds have a good bullpen in general. So Sean Marshall and Jonathan Broxton. The ball game last night. Fly ball out in the left, deep left. Soriano has it on the warning track.
Now, Reds relievers this year, 28-19 is the one-loss record. The ERA stands at 2.57. Opponent's batting average only 2.15. Not only that, but you could make a pretty good offensive line from some of the pitchers they have down there in that pen.
Chapman, by the way, threw 25 pitches before the game in the bullpen. Said he felt good afterward, battling shoulder fatigue. Valdez vacated, and that pitch came back over the plate. And they lead the majors in bullpen ERA. They haven't allowed a run in their last 7 games. And they've dealt with injuries too. Ryan Madsen, Tommy John surgery, out for the year. Nick Massett recently had shoulder surgery. There's J.J. Hoover.
Obviously a lot of really good arms in that Reds bullpen, Len, but part of the reason I think they've been able to pitch so effectively all season long is they haven't had to be overworked. The the Reds starters have pitched deep into a lot of ball games, allowing Dusty and Brian Price, their fine pitching coach, to use those guys the way you would like to.
This is Henry Rodriguez, switch hitting infielder. Two balls, no strikes. Rodriguez was promoted to the big league club on roster expansion day, September 1st. Southern League All-Star, Double-A this year. Also some time at Triple-A and a base hit. Inning alive for Phillips.
Yeah, checking on Rodriguez over there at first. He's a base stealing threat as well. Had 33 a couple of years ago. Single A Dayton. Had 30 combined last year between Bakersfield and Double A Carolina.
Swing and a miss, 0-2. It's over in Pittsburgh. The Brewers beat the Pirates 3-1. So they stay hot. Brewers stay hot. The Pirates stay cold. And they're back to 500. Marco Estrada, 7 scoreless innings. John Axford got his 30th save. Only run for the Pirates, a leadoff homer by Andrew McCutchen in the 9th inning. Brewers have won 22 of 28. And right now, 2 behind the Cardinals in the wild card. The Cardinals with a 3-0 lead over Houston in the 8th. The Pirates have dropped 20 of their last 27. The Nationals scored 6 runs in the 8th to tie the Dodgers, but the Dodgers just got the lead back with a Matt Kemp home run in the 9th. 7-6. Nationals won earlier today in game 1. Phillips sends a high fly to center. Brett Jackson will get it on the warning track to end the inning. Close call there. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Cubs trail by a run.
Winning 2 Olympic gold medals for Team USA still doesn't feel real to me. Achieving my dream feels like a dream. I hope I can inspire people to take AT&T's pledge to never text and drive. My reason to pledge is for both of my families, my host family and my family at home. Find your reason and take the pledge to never text and drive. No text is worth the risk. It can wait.
Take the pledge today on No Text on Board Pledge Day.
I referred through my buddies, and now DirecTV gives me $30 off my bill every month. But it wasn't about the money. My natural instinct is to help people. And in my line of work, my word has to mean something. So if I tell the guys, you get all these great channels and this amazing picture quality, that's what they're gonna get.
For every friend you refer to DirecTV, you'll get $10 off your bill every month, and so will they. Refer more friends, save more money. Just give them your account number before they call.
Here, there, everywhere. The #1 satellite TV service in the world has been set free. Introducing DirecTV Everywhere. Now your favorite shows and movies are right where you want them. Anytime, anywhere. All at no extra charge. Download the free app today or go to directv.com/everywhere. Now you can take it with you.
Sportsnet Central every night at 6:30, 10, 10:30, and midnight on Comcast Sportsnet, fans' best friend.
Hi, I'm David Kaplan with a Sportsnet Central update. Todd Hollandsworth joins me after the final out for Cubs Postgame Live. Then, Pat Boyle, Mark Shanowski recap the day on Sportsnet Central. Chris Sale on the Hill. Sox try to solve Bruce Chen. And the Royals, Brandon Marshall defends Jay Cutler. And Jonathan Taves and Patrick Kane talk NHL lockout all later tonight on Sportsnet Central. Now back to Len and Bob at the Confines.
Tickets are available for the remainder of the 2012 Cubs season, including the rest of this homestand against division rivals, the Cardinals, beginning this Friday through Sunday. To purchase tickets, visit Cubs.com, call 1-800-THE-CUBS, or my personal preference, visit the Wrigley Field box office.
Right-hander J.J. Hoover, who was acquired from the Braves for infielder Juan Francisco. That's fun to say. On April 1st. He was AAA Louisville's most valuable player. He has now grabbed a pretty important role in the Reds bullpen. 2 strikes on Darwin Barney, maybe his last opportunity to extend his hitting streak to 14. One and 2.
Fastball, curveball, changeup pitcher is J.J. Hoover. Average fastball sits right in the low 90s. It's a hard, sharp breaking curveball.
The rookie has allowed just 15 hits in 27 innings. I wonder if his nickname is the Jet Plane. Now you wouldn't get that reference. You might get the reference, 15 years ago when your kids were a little younger, as Barney draws a leadoff walk. JJ's the Jet Plane. If you have young kids out there, you know what I'm talking about. That's one of those shows that every kid watches now, or at least did when my son was young.
We were deep into the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Go. Yeah, you would have gotten that reference.
Power Rangers. JJ the Jet Plane, I'm not familiar with.
Okay. I could sing the whole theme song. I haven't seen it in like 7 years, but it's ingrained in my mind. Rizzo takes a strike. Home run hitter at the plate. Cubs down a run. One on, nobody out in the 8th. Foul tip on a fastball, 1-2.
I was just thinking before that last swing by Anthony Rizzo, this is the kind of pitcher that he's more likely to take an aggressive swing like that. We saw him in the early part of the ball game against Mike Leake, a guy who everything he throws is moving one direction or the other. He changed speeds a lot. Against pitchers like that, Anthony seems to really sit back and wait, let the ball travel. Against guys that throw a little bit harder with a little bit less movement, he's more likely to let it out.
Drew Stubbs will make the grab in left center. That's the first out. Hit well. Time now for our Xfinity high-speed action. Soriano getting the Cubs back into the game with a 2-run blast onto Waveland in the 6th. Number 30 on the year. Curve for a strike. Fouled off 0-2. Hoover's given names actually James Allen Hoover. So there's an extra J somehow got stuck in there. We'll have to get to the bottom of it. He's from Pennsylvania, went to Calhoun Community College in Alabama before getting drafted by the Braves 2008 10th round. High on a heater, 1-2. Guess he was going to transfer to West Virginia University before signing with the Braves for $400,000. Swing and a miss. Couldn't lay off the high fastball. 2 outs.
Elevated fastball that time from Hoover. Tough combination of pitches right there for Alfonso Soriano to handle the high fastball in the mid-90s up out of the top of the zone. Showed some good breaking balls earlier in the count. J.J. Hoover, if you saw him in the hotel lobby, you'd be able to tell he's a right-handed pitcher. Look at the difference between his right arm and his left arm. I think back to Kevin Brown, who looked like he had a leg hanging off his right shoulder. But his left arm was more normal, what you would expect to see on an average civilian.
Sometimes you see that with tennis players. Reds trying to get their magic number down to 3 in the NL Central. Phillips can't get it on the leap. Barney to third. Castro's 3 out of 4 tonight.
Couldn't throw it out there any more perfectly than this. Just a little flick of the bat as that ball was headed off the outside corner just over Brandon Phillips. It's a thing of beauty right there. That makes up for some of the line drives he's hit right at people this season.
Valbuena doubled home the 4th Cubs run. That was back in the 6th, but then was caught not looking at the pitcher. Picked off in the 6th to end it. Chance of redemption here. He takes a strike.
That's one of the great things about the game of baseball. It gives you opportunities to redeem yourself for mistakes that are made earlier in the ball game. And that was a huge mistake because the Cubs really finally broke through against Mike Leake. Single by Rizzo, the 2-run homer by Soriano, another base hit by Castro. Valbuena with a double of his own to drive home Castro, and then the pick off at second base. Looked like they really had Leake on the ropes right then.
Sam LeCure. In the Reds bullpen, you saw Carlos Marmol in the Cubs pen. Good count here for Valbuena. The 3-1 taken inside, ball 4 to load him up.
Brian Price about to head out to the mound here and have a word with his young right-hander, giving LeCure a little more opportunity to get loose and also to review the scouting report on Wellington Castillo, talk it over with Navarro and figure out exactly how they want to go after the Cubs catcher.
The playing catcher, number 53, Wellington Castillo.
So here's Castillo with the bases loaded. Cubs trailing by only a run. At one point they were down 5-1. Ball 1. Hoover under some pressure to throw a strike here. Does not want to force in the tying run. That's Barney at third. Go ahead run represented by Castro at second. Chris Spire, the acting manager tonight. Dusty Baker out. Ball 4. We're tied. A 4-pitch walk to force in the tying run. That's going to be it for Hoover. Sam LeCure will face Brett Jackson. It's a Honda call to the pen. Cubs have tied it, coming back from a 5-1 deficit, and they're not done yet here in the 8th.
I'm looking for a big shot executive.
Dad, what are you doing here?
I'm bringing you lunch. Wasn't gonna let my son get a promotion without celebrating.
This is perfect. I thought you would go over the top with this whole thing.
Come on now.
The simple joy of bacon. Grab a new Bacon McDouble, a mouth-watering combination for just $1.69. Now available on the extra value menu, only at McDonald's.
Why'd you eat so much food?
Frost-brewed Coors Light, the world's most refreshing beer.
Ready to go to work?
I can feel you in my bones. I feel you in my heart. I know it in my soul. You've loved me from the start. You've made me who I am and all I'll ever be. When I see you, I see me.
Every mom needs a little helper. That's why I got a Subaru.
Love. It's what makes a Subaru a Subaru.
It's a Honda call to the pen. Right-hander Sam LeCure. He's out for his 44th appearance.
Yeah, sorry, Lynn. He's been really good lately for the Reds. Hasn't allowed a run in his last 8